Good morning, it's 8:30. I slept for about 10 hours last night. I feel very heavy this morning, very tired still. I'm in southeastern Oregon. Partway up the west side of Steens Mountain, which is a high mountain that kind of rises up in the middle of the desert in southeastern Oregon. It's one of the higher mountains in Oregon, and you can drive up to the top, and then there's a loop you can do that includes going to near the top of the mountain. I think it's time to get started. Yeah, so this is the west side of the mountain. You can see the snow up there. Definitely fewer clouds than yesterday. So this is pretty interesting. Apparently there were Basque sheep herders on the mountain here in the late 1800s. Basque people come from region of Spain and part of France. And it says here, few traces of Basque herders are left on the mountain. Carvings on the aspen trees, Basque place names, and a few small sheep camps with cabins or shelters are all that remain of over a half century of sheep herding on Steens Mountain. It's cool that you can still see their carvings on the aspen trees. It's pretty neat. And over here, this hillside is full of sheep. I can hear them baaing. This road goes through a mixture of public and private lands, and right now I'm on one of the sections of private land. So one of the draws of this drive and one of the features of this mountain is that there are these big U-shaped glacier carved gorges. And I'm at one of those gorges right now, or at the top of one of them right now. This is amazing. Look at this. This is Kiger Gorge, K-I-G-E-R. I mean, talk about a textbook U-shape valley, U-shaped glacier carved valley. I said a minute ago that this area is a mixture of public and private lands, and I think this gorge is actually privately owned, which is a tragedy. It's tragic that you can't go down in there. There are a few of these gorges on the mountain, and I think that there's one of them that you can go down into and hike into. But wow. This is just incredible. Okay, I'm at another overlook that has views down both sides of the mountain. This is looking over to the east, down to the Alvord Desert. It's pretty amazing. Look at this rock formation down here, this tower. That's pretty cool. So yeah, the desert down here is about 5,000 feet below where I am now. Then if we cross the road here, we've got the Little Blitzen Gorge. I had a better view of it while I was driving on the road back over there, so I'll insert that footage here. So I'm now at the East Rim Overlook. This is just incredible. So this is looking down to the desert, again to the Alvord Desert out here. That's apparently the driest place in Oregon out there. The driest spot in Oregon gets about 6 inches of rain a year. Steens Mountain here creates a rain shadow, and that's why the area on the east side is so dry. So I'm driving on a little spur side road that leads up to the summit of Steens Mountain. I think there's also a viewpoint of a lake over here. It's another one of these glacially carved gorges or canyons. This one's called Big Indian Canyon. Very cool. Now this is the trail leading up to the summit. This is pretty cool. Yeah, this is Little Wild Horse Lake. It's beautiful. I don't know what the name of this gorge or canyon is called. I'll put it on the screen. But this over here is Big Indian Canyon or Gorge. I think this one and this one are ones that are owned by the government, that are public lands that anyone can access. I can see a trail going down to the lake there. This is an incredible place. I mean, this road is definitely one of the top drives in the western US. One of the top scenic drives. And it's not a bad road. I think any car could make it. You don't need to have a high clearance car. I mean, I've seen a couple of passenger cars up here. There's some little Honda Fit or something like that parked at the trailhead here. So this is the summit area of Steens Mountain. Looks like there are, I don't know, radio towers or cell phone towers or something. Well, I'm on the top. I think that looks like this area with the pole behind me is the summit. But I'm not sure. Just to make sure that I've tagged the true summit, I'm gonna just walk along the ridge here. Make sure I hit all of the high points that could potentially be the summit. I feel a little bit guilty whenever I drive to the top of a mountain or near to the top of the mountain instead of hiking up to the top, but hey, it still counts. I was considering going down, hiking down to the lake and bringing my pack raft out, but I don't think I need to do that. Not really in a hiking mood today. I'm feeling lazy, and there are other things that I want to see and do today. So next time. All right, here's where I parked, and I think to get back down the mountain I drive here, and then I think the road goes along this ridge. There's some wild horses here. So I'm in the little town of French Glen, Oregon. There's a apparently historic hotel across the street. There's also a park right next to it. There's a park over here. I just used the toilet there. It's the only public toilet in town. And there are also some picnic benches, so I think I'm gonna make myself a peanut butter sandwich or two. I'm pretty hungry. Okay, so I've been doing some research on the area and the towns in this part of Oregon, and I think I'm going to first go try to find some petroglyphs, some rock art. And the petroglyphs may or may not actually be there. I'm not entirely sure. Then I'm going to go see some volcanic craters, and then I need to backtrack a little bit to Burns, Oregon, which is a town of some size. There's at least a gas station there. I got some gas here in French Glen, but it's about $1 a gallon more than it normally is, because this place is so remote. Also, I need to get some more supplies. I need to get more groceries for the next few days, so I do need to end up going back to Burns to get those. So that's the plan for the next few hours, I think, and then we'll figure out where to go after that. What does this mean? It's a double solid line with a dashed line in between. Here it is again. I don't know if I've ever seen this anywhere else. So I'm at Krumbo Reservoir right now. A sign that I saw back in French Glen said that there were petroglyphs before the reservoir, and it showed a picture of a boulder and a woman like looking at the boulder. I'm at the reservoir and I didn't see any boulder like that. There were lots of boulders, but there weren't any signs or anything. I was expecting like a little pullout next to the boulder or something, but I don't know. This is what happens when you get off the beaten path a little bit. I'll keep an eye out on the way back for a boulder like the one in the picture. If I don't find it, then I'll just continue on to the next spot. Okay, I think I found it. I couldn't see it coming this way on the road, but I could see it going the other way. This is pretty incredible, actually. This boulder's just completely covered in these designs. Okay, good. I'm glad. Makes my heart feel better that I found this. I thought I was going crazy a little bit. Take a closer look at some of these. It's hard to make any one of these out. Got a circle within a circle here in the middle. But apart from that, I can't really see much. There's no sign or anything, it's just, and there's not even a pullout. I'm kind of halfway on the road here. But this is cool. I like this. I'm in an area called the Diamond Craters now. I think it's Diamond Craters National Scenic Area or something like that. And basically it's just a volcanic area. So there are lava flows and volcanic craters and things like that. Nothing too spectacular yet. I'll drive a handful more miles up ahead. Because I did spend all those days looking at the volcanic areas in Northern California, maybe I'm just a little bit jaded now, but I'll keep driving and see if anything else here catches my eye. Here's a cool crater, cool volcanic crater. Okay, so a lot of the craters that I've seen here haven't been super interesting, to be honest. This one, though, is very cool. This one is fed by a spring. The brochure said that the water here is about 6 feet deep. I can hear a lot of birds and creatures down in there making some noise. This is very cool. I did not expect to see something like this. I made it to Burns, Oregon, and I was gonna get a Subway sandwich here because that's what I was craving, but the their Wi-Fi wasn't working, and so they weren't taking cards. And I didn't want to pay in cash. I just didn't feel like it, and so I went to McDonald's instead, got a salad and a pie and some fries. Then I went to Safeway, got some groceries. I'm ready to hit the road again. I am really tired. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm tired. It's 5:15 right now. I'm going now to a cave, but it's a special kind of cave, and you'll see more once I get there. But it's about an hour away, 57 minutes, 55 miles southeast of here. So got about an hour of driving ahead of me, and I'll check back in once I arrive at the cave. Well, I have some bad news. The cave that I was going to explore, the road that I was going to take to get there, when I was about to turn onto the road, I saw a sign that said no trespassing. So I didn't go. So the cave, I don't know how you're supposed to say it, but it's Malheur cave. Malheur cave, maybe? I don't know. But it's a cave here in southeastern Oregon, a lava tube cave that that the Freemasons meet in to like they have a yearly meeting there, and then they may or may not be doing, you know, rites and rituals and things like that in there. I don't know, but it seemed interesting. Whatever, you know, not a big deal. These I'll tell you, I've had some navigation issues these last couple of days here in southeastern Oregon. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe I just need to be doing more research, but it's after 6 o'clock now. I have about an hour left to go to my next destination, which I'm fairly certain I will be able to access, but who knows. So I'll check in again in another hour, and you'll see where I am then. All right, it is 7 o'clock-ish, actually about 8 o'clock because I just passed into Mountain Time Zone from Pacific. But I'm here outside of Rome, Oregon. I came here to see these cliffs, which are called the Pillars of Rome. Now, Google Maps has these cliffs as being the Pillars of Rome. But surprise, surprise, there's a fence and a private property sign over there, so oh well. Just par for the course now. I need to find a place to camp nearby. I know that there's BLM land around here. I think I passed a little road back there that could work for me. I'm going to drive up and down this road a little bit to try to find a place to camp, and then I'll update you after that. Well, I took that little dirt road up the hillside and kept following it. I wanted to see where it went, and I think I'm on top of the Pillars of Rome right now, or at least pretty close. Pretty neat, but I don't think I want to camp up here. I don't know if I'm supposed to be up here. I didn't see any signs or anything like that, but I don't know. Usually I look for you know, fire rings or some sign that other people have camped there, and there's nothing here. It's just this, you know, just this double track going through the sagebrush. So the search continues. I'm going to head back down and try a different spot. All right, I found a campsite at long last. The Pillars of Rome are over here. Then I have my own personal pillars of Rome over here. So I saw this dirt road, this dirt track coming in from the main road over there. So I just followed it and kind of parked off the side. I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. Lots of ups and downs, lots of driving, probably at least a few hundred miles of driving, I'm guessing. And I'm ready for bed, so I'm gonna eat some dinner and then get ready for bed and talk to you guys later. I hope I can sleep well tonight. It's still like 90 something degrees. It's still pretty warm, but expect it'll cool down. So anyway, yeah, again, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Thanks for watching.